So what's really driving this change? The first is this lack of change in B2B marketing, right? We've talked about this. B2B marketers are really hungry for a change right now. We've got changing buyer consumer expectations. Yes, we've been talking about that for a long time in B2B, but now it's really becoming real as we see the acceleration in B2C and where we're going next. We've got digital natives that are entering the buying groups, and these digital natives, they're not entering at a low level, right? They're entering at director and C-level roles in the buying group and really decision makers, right? So we have to address this. And the fourth, which is really the main one, is the seismic shift. It's the increased focus on AI, which is really being driven by the increased focus on generative AI, which we've been talking about throughout the conference. So I don't know if anyone saw this, but about 4 weeks ago, McKinsey put out a report, which was really interesting. It was talking about the future of generative AI. And they said out of all the business functions out there, marketing and sellers are going to be impacted the most across every single industry, which to me, as the British say, is absolutely mental. I can't believe that we collectively are going to be impacted the most. So I thought it'd be interesting, before we dive too deep, to see why is generative AI exciting? And to do this, I always think it's interesting to go and look at the history of something. So the history of AI was really based on independent research fields. So we had a field that was looking at robotics, a field that was looking at image recognition, a field that was looking at video or voice, right? And there were separate groups of people building separate models, not talking. And what generative AI has done, and this is the real big thing, right? What generative AI has done is it's created one model that's capable of looking at multiple content formats and producing multiple content formats. So we now have a singular focus. We had this disparate fields, right? Now we have a singular focus on one model that lots of people are working on and lots of people are adopting, and super powerful because of what it can do by consuming all different content fields. And this is why, this singular focus, is bringing innovation and adoption at breakneck speeds, right? You see the big vendors out there, Adobe, Salesforce, all these people, they're cramming generative AI into their products right now because there's just this big singular focus on that field of AI. And we don't expect that to slow down, right? We see generative AI spend, I don't know if people have seen this, but it's predicted to hit 1.3 trillion by 2032, right? That's according to Bloomberg. Microsoft are investing 14 billion in an open AI. Netflix just hired a director of AI for $900,000 a year. I don't know about, it's maybe because I spent my career in marketing. That sounds like one hell of a salary, particularly for a director. And we take this powerful models and we lay over generative AI's incredible ability to understand natural language, which opens it up, right? We can now use natural language to produce code, produce images. And I know it's been talked about throughout the conference, but the latest release of ChatGPT, you can actually upload an image of your bike and through natural language have a conversation about how to lower the seat. And this stuff is just not slowing down. I didn't know we could change our presentations. I heard that in the keynote. But I built this 3 weeks ago, and things have changed in those 3 weeks. Absolutely crazy. So the end result, as you can see on the slide here, we can rapidly generate new contextually relevant content that appears to be generated by humans in many formats at speed and scale that we haven't seen before.